Welcome back to Bernadette's Way. Today I am making chocolate chip pecan cookies. I will have the recipe and link to the short in the description. If you have not yet subscribed, please take a second to subscribe now. Now let's get started making cookies. Preheat your Camp Chef oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In one bowl, add in 3 cups of all-purpose flour. This recipe does need to be made in 2 separate bowls, but I suppose if you really wanted to lower on dishes, you could use a gallon bag to mix your flour and optional ingredients. Then pour your flour mix into the wet ingredients, and your gallon bag can still be used for storing your cookie dough. Otherwise, I only use 2 bowls, a half cup, a half teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, a whisk, and a spatula. This dough is ready to work with right after it is finished, or you can store it. This dough can be stored in the fridge or freezer. It can last for up to a week in the fridge and up to 3 months in the freezer. Then add in 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. As you see, my semi-sweet chocolate chips melted just a little bit. It is still a little too hot to store my sweets in the van. An optional ingredient is 1 cup of your choice of nuts. I'm using pecan pieces. You can make just chocolate chip cookies with this recipe. The cookies still come out great. Mix your flour mix or shake your gallon bag. In another bowl, start your butter mix. Add in 1 cup or 2 sticks of unsalted butter. Anytime there is salt in the recipe, you want to use unsalted butter, unless stated otherwise. Then add your sugars. Add in 1 cup of white granulated sugar and 1 cup of packed brown sugar. I'm using light brown sugar. Try to take out any chunks of sugar that cannot be broken up. They will usually be darker than the rest of the sugar. I have not tried this recipe with dark brown sugar, but if you do, add a comment on how your cookies came out. I should have mentioned the recipe can be made using a mixer. I just wanted to show that you can make it without a mixer. It would be a little bit harder to mix it because the cookie dough thickens as you are mixing it. I have food grade gloves on hand to help me mix. Then I finished mixing and forming the dough in the gallon bag. Mix your sugars with the butter. The butter would get stuck in the whisk a few times, but somehow I managed. Add your 2 large eggs one at a time, mixing after each egg is added. You can crack your eggs in one bowl to make sure that there are no shells of the dough, but as I said, I am trying to lower on dishes. This is mainly to conserve water. I take my eggs right out of the fridge. I have tried room temperature eggs, and I have not noticed the difference with this recipe. Then add in 2 teaspoons of imitation vanilla extract. I'm using Hill Country Fair brand. In case you do not know, this is from a local store called H-E-B in Texas. Combine your vanilla extract with your batter. Then add in 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of water. The recipe does say to use hot water, but I am using bottled water. Also, the recipe says to pre-mix the hot water with the baking soda, but I just mix both ingredients into the batter. If you do decide to do this step, you can use the half cup to mix the 2 teaspoons of water with the 1 teaspoon of baking soda before adding it to the batter. Then add it to the batter and mix. Add half a teaspoon of salt to the batter. I'm using iodized salt, then mix the batter. Then combine your dry ingredients with your wet ingredients and mix until just combined. I'm going to speed up the video at this point so that you can see the dough form. Then I move the dough into the gallon bag using my food grade gloves to store it for later. You do not have to use gloves, I just wanted to keep my hands clean. The dough can be used right away, but I let it cool in the fridge overnight. Then on an ungreased cookie sheet, place your walnut-sized cookies 2 inches apart. I'm using a scooper, but a tablespoon works too. Flattening your cookies is optional. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 minutes, turn the pan around, and bake for another 4 minutes. They bake until the cookies are golden brown on the edges or to your liking. Make sure to keep your wire racks in the center of the oven. This way the pan is not too close to the heat. Let the cookies cool for 1 minute on the pan and then move the cookies to the wire rack to cool completely. They are ready to eat. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button for more of my baking videos. Do not forget to hit the bell so you can be notified of new videos. I have a few new videos coming this December 2021. I'm going to start cookie decorating, airbrushing, and make a cookie bouquet. Take care and thanks again for watching.